questions in Spanish at the end.
Pep, congratulations.
Thank you.
What do you make of your side's performance for the late winner there?
Well, first of all, we are so happy to win the final. So except Vincent Company for the injuries, everybody, all the players played that competition. They were involved. So it was an achievement for absolutely everybody. I think we played amazing the first half and the second half until the 0-2. When in that situation 0-2, you have to have more control and be patient. After we lost the control, and maybe we'll be so good for the Champions League against Basel and next Sunday for this kind of games to understand that 90 minutes is 90 minutes, it's too long and everything can happen. So, but in general we make a really good game against a tough team, and here especially, and I'm so happy. We are so happy to be in the final.
Saw Kyle Walker go off straight down the tunnel when he came off. Is he injured? What was the
But a kick in the nose, I don't know if it's broken or not.
And it showed how ruthless you are on the counter-attack, picking off Bristol City tonight. Is that sending a message out for all the other teams ahead of you? You've got Cardiff and then the Champions League as well.
Well, I have respect about Bristol, what they have done and the way they play. So we knew that it would make, every time that Claudio has the ball, they would make high pressing. We knew that because they did it at home. But we were able to there, and after we missed the last pass, last action for the counter-attack, but with the pitch, with the ball, it's not easy. And but in general, we make a good performance. We play like this kind of games you have to play until 0-2. After we lost a little bit the control and we could not finish the game.
What does it mean for you to go back to Wembley? Obviously, it's a special place for you.
Well, last season we were in the semi-final of the FA Cup, and of course a special place for my career, like a football player. In the old Wembley, we won the first Champions League from Barcelona, and like a manager the second time. So it's a special time, but it's a special for Manchester City to be there. Not, of course, not for me, for all of us. It's special to be a final when it's that competition demanding a lot, take a lot of energy for the Premier League, for the FA Cup, for the Champions League. It's a competition which is so tough in terms of mentality. But once we arrive in the semi-finals, we have to try to get the final, and we did it. Tomorrow we're going to see against Chelsea or Arsenal, and pleased to be there and try to arrive there in a good conditions.
Why is it important to win a trophy? What would it mean winning a trophy? I know City have got bigger ambitions than the League Cup, but it's important to get that first trophy under your belt.
Well, it's important for Manchester City. So Manchester City, since Sheikh Mansour, Sheikh Khaldoon took over the team and making a step forward, and with Mancini, with Pellegrini, in their players, they achieve titles. But of course, to grow up, you need that titles. And we are going to try in February in Wembley in the Premier League to try to win the games and to win as well. But of course, we will be judged. It depends on the titles we are able to win. But nobody can take it out or deny how happy we were in these 6-7 months. So we won a lot of games, and that belonged for us. So you don't need to be happy just if you win or not win. In the process, you have to. And we were a lot, because we won a lot of games in Premier League. In that competition, we won in final. And the people is, I'm sorry, that belongs to us. We were happy in these 6 months.
Sorry, just on Kyle, did you say that he might have broken something?
No, I don't know. Have a bob, I don't know if it's broken or just a kick. I don't know.
Could you just ask you for a word on Bristol City over the 2 games? They ran you pretty close.
Yeah. So we arrived here in semi-final after 2 penalty rounds. So and the game against Wolves and Claudio Bravo make 3 saves, 1 against the strikers from Wolverhampton. So it's a tough competition. But the terms is the mentally, the Premier League is important, the Champions League, and that competitions is tough. But we were ready, and all the players play with Phil Foden, play with Brahim, with Tosin, with a lot of young players. That competition, and everybody was involved. That's why I am so happy. And of course, Bristol, he showed us his his talent in the first leg in Manchester. Today we were much better. In the first half we were outstanding the way we played, and that's why we're so happy, because we know exactly which kind of team we were able to beat them, because they knock out 4 teams in the Premier League, so it means a lot. Now it's just maybe they have time after knockout United. They drop a lot of points in the Championship. Now maybe they will have time to be focused again in the.
Do you think they could make it to the Premier League this season from what you've seen?
They are there, so it's. I think the Championship never end. It's, 300 million games to go in the Premier League. So, but they are there. Important is arrive in my point of view. Always I believe in that. In the titles arrive the last 8-10 games being there, and after that, if they make a good finishing, of course, for quality, for the manager, for they play, they can do it.
Just a word on Kevin's contract. He must be delighted about that.
You cannot imagine. It was a terrific week for us. With it was in the past was David Silva, Nico, Fernandinho, and yesterday it was Kevin. So these 4 players so important for us. It's a massive news for us. We are so happy. I think it's a highlight for us that these 4 players, and of course Kevin, because he's the last one to be involved in our project in the next years. It's so important for all of us.
Which competition is the favourite for you? Which is the one you want to win more than others?
Listen, when we are able to be in the Premier League where we are, in the FA Cup, in the final, in the Champions League, 2 games before finish the group stage, qualify for the finals, is because the next one is the most important thing. I know for me, I like a lot the Premier League, like the regular league, because it's like you every single weekend, every 3 days you have to be ready. For me, that is the important thing. Of course, Champions League is the most beautiful, you know, the more prestigious. But for me, the Premier League is something special, like it was in La Liga, on the Bundesliga in Germany. And after FA Cup here is important. In that competition, it only exists in that country. Okay, you have to play it. Once we arrive in semi-finals, now in the final, we're going to try to win. But to achieve that, next one is important. And we're going to prepare against Cardiff. Completely different the way they play Cardiff, like Bristol, because they play a lot of long balls, and they are so aggressive. And you have to try to adapt as much as possible and go through. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. Big glass of
Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers.